I've been going to Camp Impact for this is my 14th summer now. It's been a long time. Um, it's been about a week since camp ended, and usually when it ends, like there's kind of a bit of like post-camp depression, seasonal depression, whatever the medical terminology is for that. I was just going for a walk today and kind of felt like it'd be good to just get my thoughts out there, just kind of like vent to the wind, if you will. But I feel like going there did change me as a person back in 2012. I didn't really know anybody other than like my best friend who went with me, and now like everyone who I went with over the years, they don't really come back anymore, except for like my campers who I've watched grow up. They're adults now. Like one, she runs like all like media for the camp. A couple others, they just graduated college. First generation college graduates, if I might add. Very proud of them. I know one of my first campers, she's a mom now. She has like a 5-year-old kid. It's crazy to think about. But this past summer, it was very, I want to say it was not more impactful than usual, but something did just feel a bit different this year. For one, everyone was just praising me the entire time, which was very uncomfortable. If you ever do those like tests that you see online that have like, oh, what's your love language, stuff like that, I definitely learned that my love language is not words of affirmation this year. So less glazing next year, please, if anyone happens to see this. But honestly, just like watching like some of these kids year after year, like it's very like just moving to see how much they grow and how excited they are to see you. Someone they only see once a week, you might not even interact with them much the entire week. I think this year was also a bit just different because I've been a counselor since 2015. I've always just been college staff for whatever the hell they call us now. They can't really decide. But I feel like this like it's been like a 4 straight years, and there was like obviously there was the year with COVID where there was no camp. But like I feel like I got to see like this era of counselors like grow up and see them change over time too. I don't know if you can hear the cars in the background, but it sounded like a tire popped or something. But yeah, I've kind of just seen some of them like grow up over time, see how they've grown as people, as leaders, seeing them run the camp now. Most of them are graduated, going off to college, so that's also just been like an added benefit, just watching them grow over time, especially, and like even like how appreciative they seem to be of me and just like the older people who've been there a while in general. Like it does like feel like you are making a difference in not just the kids, the campers' lives, but the counselors, the teenagers as well. Yeah, I didn't get to interact with the kids as much this year as I normally would. Like my like my job was basically just do shit. Like if there was water that needed to be filled in like jugs across the camp, or trash needs to be taken out, it falls on me. But I know, and like everyone just praises me the whole time, which again I did feel a bit uncomfortable getting it, because like this is what I signed up for. Like I'm just doing what I said I was gonna do. And you know, to anyone who does stumble across watching this, like I assume no one's gonna find this. I'm just posting this or filming this for my own records. I've never really done this before, but I'm grateful for everyone who does show up, because like this is something I cared about 2012. I'm still here 2025. Like just even having like my younger brother, he got involved in 2014. He's come back since. He met his girlfriend through the camp as a counselor. She's been around since 2013. even the few people who are still there from my first year, like it's always just great to just see them, just to see like how we all come together for this like one common goal. Like we might not talk to each other throughout the year as much as we would want, or see each other. So, I'm in Houston, the camp is based in Grand Prairie, but it's always just good to see everybody. And then just the kids in general. Like one of my favorite things that I don't think I really like even tell people is just like, I like just seeing like the creativity and like ingenuity of some of these kids. Like I know last year we had like these like lawn decorations of like the Mario characters, and one kid just like started picking them all up, and he told me we were gonna go bowling with them, so we just planted them like in between the crevices of the cement pavement, and we just took like a dodgeball or whatever it was, and we just started bowling them, and just see how many like we could knock down. Like it is cool just to see like how kids adapt to different surroundings, and like obviously they don't come from the best situations, but they just love being there as much as we do. Obviously, like there weren't a lot of my former campers who come back as like counselors and college staff at this point. That I think there's really only like 2 or 3 who were there this week. Like obviously I recognize like all the younger ones, but they weren't my campers back then. But I'm just immensely like proud of them and just everything they've accomplished in general. And even though they might, like I always let them know like how proud I am of them, and like I always just like seeing everything that they do. It I know they know, but the fact that they always like tell us like how grateful that they are that me and everyone else who comes back is there to support them, that does mean a lot. We've had like, there's difficult times, of course. Like the relationships, it might be a one-way relationship. Like you might care for them more than they care for you, or the other way around. But everyone gets to love all the same. It is always just to remember, like no matter how important someone is to you, you might not be as important to them, and that's okay, because the fact that they were able to make that difference on you and you mean something to them, I think that's all like the affirmation that you would really need, is that someone did change something in you, and you took something away from that and apply it to your life and outside of camp in general. I don't really, I wasn't really sure what I was going to say when I sat down to make this. I was just going for my walk. Kind of just started talking. It seemed like a nice place. Houston's kind of just like concrete everywhere. Like this one little like trail. I don't know. Kind of makes me feel like I'm back at camp almost. If you go down the path that you're not supposed to go down when you're there, that the Girl Scouts had marked off. I don't know if you can tell, but like this thing that I'm sitting on, like it's like every time I pass by, it's like a heart made out of like tree branches and stuff. I don't know if that translates on the camera very well, but after all that, I'm just really grateful that they let me come back every year. I don't do much outside of, or like in my daily life when it's not like around that time. I'm always, I've kind of been lost for a while in terms of like, what do I want to do? I've been out of college for 6 years at this point, and I don't really I've never had like a long-term or stable job. Never had like provided like benefits or any of that stuff. It's mostly just on my own. I've been living by myself for 3 years or so, 4 years since I like moved out of my parents or my dad's. And I don't know, every time I like come back, Like, it always does give me, like, I mean, aside from the seasonal depression or post-camp depression, whatever I decided to call it 8 minutes ago, it does kind of always give, like, that renewed, like, fire. Like, I really need to, like, make something of myself. Because, you know, like, right now, like, I work one night a week. Like, I'm always looking for more stuff on top of it. Like, it's enough for me to survive, but it's not, like, a viable, like, living situation. And I hope to one day get past that and eventually make something of myself. You know, there's a bird that just flew by. I don't know if you could hear it. I got distracted. Yeah, so I don't know if I don't know if anyone will see this ever. I'm just gonna probably post it on YouTube just so I can remember it in future years. Give myself inspiration. Feel like I did something. But to everyone who was there this year in 2025, if you do come across this, thank you for a great year. Thank you for allowing me to just be even a small part of your week, no matter what I did to help or not help. I was about to do all that in like a one take, but then a guy just came running through this trail and I did stop the video. It was pretty rude of him. Didn't he know I was recording something straight from the heart? But yeah, to all like the friends who I've made, like, even though you weren't the friends I came to camp with, like, we're all, if you've been involved, you are a family at Camp Impact. Everyone, no matter how big or small, if you're there for a day, if you come for that 1 week only and never come back, you're part of the family, no matter what. And yeah, I'm grateful for everyone, and hopefully I'll be back next year.